Yes, YouTube, what are we saying? So, it's a little bit bright where I'm at. Let's see if I can get the blinds in the face. But yeah, so today we're going to be talking about the case study of Callum Hine. So, I'm just going to full screen here so you know what I mean. Wait for the video to load. We're going to be talking about the case study of Callum Hine and how he put on 11 kilograms in 16 weeks without getting fat, managing so excuse me for the spelling mistake, managing being a father and working as a tradesman. So obviously Callum Hine was one of my clients. He was the winner of the 16-week challenge, and fuck me, did he get a great transformation. And by the way, this was all natural. He did not touch PDs. What you got to understand is, number one, this was his physique with shit nutrition, winning his programming, not really like focusing properly, plus poor lighting. And this is him obviously 16 weeks down the road, the correct nutrition, the correct programming, pump, lighting. So, like, even regardless, right, we can see how much muscle he's put on. And I currently train at his gym, and every single fucking person was saying how big he's got in that 4 month period. So, yes, this is natural, but I understand, like, this is great lighting, good pump, and good genetics as well. So, setting up the plan, right? This has got to be by far one of the most important parts, right? It's kind of like, how would I describe it? I'm laying the roadmap for him to follow. So it's up to me to lay down that road as smooth as possible. So this is where obviously him being a dad and him being a tradesman, he has places to be. He is busy, right? So we've got to make quick and easy high calorie meals. What I mean by this is like convenient gainer shakes. Like, yes, it's not optimal. Like, I would always rather to eat his food. However, like, by the fact of how busy it is, it's optimal for him. Oh, excuse me, fucking hell. So like I'd make like an oats peanut butter whey shake where it'd be like a lot of calories. We'd drink it in the morning. I'd have stuff like chicken wraps for lunch. Again, with chicken wraps, you can have that cold, you can have that heated. Anything that, let's say, he doesn't have a fridge on site, he can still eat it. And then also like cool bag, making sure that obviously he preps his food on the Sunday, little things like this that massively help him out. Customized push pull legs upper lower split. So the one things that I want to bring up on was his arms. He has quite a nice chest already, but it was his arms and his legs, right? So what I did was push, pull legs, and I put a lot of emphasis on arms and made sure that we, number one, improved his execution, but improved his intensity into the arms, treating it like any other muscle group. His upper body day actually didn't have arms on it, and we started on arms on his leg day. So he was doing legs twice a week. We started on arms on the leg day, so he was going in the fresh, so he could drive more intensity into it and treat it like his first compound. Low volume programming, so like just so we can get more done in a shorter period of time, we focused on less sets but better execution. 30 to 40 minute onboarding call to help plan out meal prep. So this is why it's so important. Like he wanted this so fucking bad. He looked at this and was like, right, I'm gonna have to call Harrison. He actually openly asked to call me and was like, we had to plan out basically how exactly he's going to meal prep. So we made sure no meals were missed. And then household essentials for success. So we had to make sure that he's got his meal prep boxes, that he's got food scales, that he's got the like kitchen essentials, so he can cook stuff in an efficient amount of time, and made sure that he was organized. Organization is key when it comes down to bulking or cutting, just bodybuilding in general, or even just getting a physique. That's what getting in good shape teaches you. Organization. Standards. So we would do no missed meals. We did not miss a single fucking meal. He wanted to win this challenge, right? He's got a very competitive mindset, always has been. Plus, there was a hefty prize, 800 quid. And he fucking wanted this the most. So he did not miss a single meal. Daily habit sheet. So I made him do that every day. On there was like questions like, did you complete your exercises? Did you miss a meal? Or did you eat all your meals? Step count, weight, how much water you drank, how much sleep did you have, etc., etc. That way, when I coach him, I can look at all the variables and pinpoint where exactly we are going wrong and make the correct adjustment moving forward to provide the best results. No overspilling with the calories. So again, this is how he didn't get fat, right? Is he didn't overspill the calories. He didn't go into a massive surplus on the weekend, right? He kept it to a small gradual amount over time, which caused him to gain weight, yes, but to gain a small gradual weight, no big jumps, and not to accrue a lot of body fat. Detailed check-ins. So he gave me a lot of detail on the check-ins. That way I can give him the best feedback possible so he can get the best results. And we minimize alcohol. So I'm all for people having a good time here and there, right? You do you. In fact, if you want to drink every day, fucking drink every day. It's your life. You can do what the fuck you want. But when it comes down to getting the best results and getting in good shape, alcohol is only just going to slow you down. I hate to break it to you, it's only going to slow you down. And the reason why, it slows down the rate of protein synthesis by 25%, so it takes you longer to recover because your body has to process the alcohol first before the nutrients in the body, as it's a poison. You sleep less, you're written off the next day, your training sessions poor the next day, it dehydrates you. So what you understand is, yes, you can have a good time here and there, but if you want to get the best results, so not drinking completely. Execution and programming. So we fix his execution. As someone who kind of wings it here and there at the gym, yes, he can train, yes, he goes to the gym, but he doesn't go to the gym properly, to the standard I like to have him. So I made sure that execution was fucking nailed, especially when it comes down to building legs, and especially when it comes down to building arms as well. We had to treat those specific muscle groups like any other compound, right? We made sure we done it consistently, we fixed obviously its form. That way, like the low volume style of training, the perfect execution, we can maximize the amount of muscle and stimulus being provided so we can get the best results. No skipping legs. Like a lot of lads, like he was like one of them, skip legs. So that was not happening. Right, so made sure legs were done twice a week. We tracked his lifts, so the only way we can measure whether or not we're actually building muscle was if he tracked his lifts and was checking whether or not he was getting stronger, which is what we was doing, right? So we was making sure whether or not his strength was going up. Made sure every set was taken to true failure. When I mean true failure, a lot of people don't think of true failure. And taking a set of failure is a skill. It's one thing that me and Callum are still learning now. It's one thing that I'm still learning now. And making sure that we leave it all out on the playing field once we're in the gym. And I'm not saying to lift like a fucking knobhead. I'm saying to give it your 100%. And we designed his program around the weak points, like I said, with the program around the legs and the arms, just so he can really bring up those muscle groups. Adjustments. So as weight stalls, we increase his calories by 150 to 200. And this is just so if his weight's going up, there's no need to make adjustments. He's in a surplus. But if he's weighing himself every day, and then the last week or two, it's stayed the same. Okay, we're no longer in a surplus. Time to increase it. And I would come in and just mainly increase his carbs, right, and increase it by about 150 to 200 calories. I then started on 3.2K, so what we started off with, and increased it to 3.9K over time. We mainly just, again, increase carbohydrates. It's just, again, it stops us overspilling, and we're in the small amount of surplus is what we need to build muscle without growing a lot of body fat. If you can stay in a surplus for as long as possible whilst accruing the least amount of body fat possible, great. That's how you do a fucking lean bulk. And then we increase his volume slightly over time, taking cardio out and just focusing on steps. So with his volume, we did slightly pull that up over time, only because his carbohydrates increased. So we had more fuel for your sessions. So we can again make things slightly harder. And that way he's still growing. And then I actually took cardio out, right? The reason why I took cardio out is because he was doing so many fucking steps at work, right? It was just holding him back in terms of being in that small surplus, and any extra cardio would have just, again, provided unnecessary amounts of fatigue so we can get the best results. So if you got to the end of this video, thank you very much for watching. If you've got any questions about this, if you want anyone want me to do next, then what next one I'm going to do, once I received the pictures from the photographer, is how I got my female client Ella diced for a shoot. in 9 weeks. She got a crazy result, but you'll see that next week. But if you've got any questions, just drop a comment below. But yeah, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I shall see you lot in a bit.